welcome to another episode on our channel. So this is one of minus the head sculpt. This is one of the 9 prizes that was on the table. We still have those 9 prizes on the table. I just happen to have one of these. I got one of these actually free from SIDESHOW. I mean, they were so desperate to get rid of old stock that they were giving out a free item if you got so many figures. And it dropped the price down to about $100 a figure, if you thought of it that way. And I was a happy camper to do that. So I had one of these for me. And in the last time I showed you this figure, which was one of the prizes, going to be one of the giveaway prizes. Now the giveaway prize that we have hasn't been open, hasn't been touched. So you'll get it more pristine than this one was, because I had taken this one out to show it to you guys. But what I ended up doing is I started to notice on eBay that they had an unbranded head of BOBA FETT. And I had this guy in midair with his helmet on and, the rocket thrusters, the orange flames coming out of the rocket. So he's actually flying, holding onto his gun, looking in the opposite direction as he's flying in one direction. And he looked cool, but I've never been partial to figures where you don't have the actual head sculpt, I should say. I mean, he looked cool as is. But if you want to have, let's say you already have a BOBA FETT, and you wanted him to be more personalized, I should say, there is an unbranded head on eBay as we speak that you can get and make this guy look great. So here he is, unbranded head. I decided not to have him flying now because he would have his helmet. He'd be holding his helmet. So I took the thrusters, or the rocket flames, orange little things coming out of the rocket. I took those off, and I have him standing in this kind of regal pose. And I think it actually works. So for me, because SIDESHOW was doing this big sale stuff going on and wanted to get rid of old stock, this guy happened to be free for me. So the only cost is the head. And it gives him a more personalized look for me. So I'm a happy camper now. So we'll pause and get him on a turn tray so we can see him from different directions. In the meantime, I'll look to see how much the head actually cost. We'll be right back. We are back, and in the interim, I looked at eBay to see what I paid for this particular head sculpt. This is an unbranded head sculpt, like I said. And I spent $27 on the head sculpt. There was no shipping and handling from this overseas company. I was okay with the weight, and it did take a little while to get to me. That's okay. I probably bought it outright, but oftentimes you can kind of play around with folks, not in a bad way, play around in the sense of bargaining, counter offering, and that sort of thing. And I do see some heads listed at around the $26 to $27 range. Now, there are some Hot Toys heads on eBay. They'll be much more astronomical in terms of prices. But the unbranded head, I think, looks actually quite awesome from my perspective. So I went with that. And I definitely like a head on this particular figure compared to just the helmet. So I am happy with this pose. So we'll just go around so you can see him. He's got his helmet. He's holding his helmet. He's got the bracers on his forearms. He comes with lots of different hand shapes. course, coming into view is this rocket. I don't have them flying now, so I took the orange flames away. I do have the rocket in the rocket. He's got quite a pose going on. Wonderful boots, wonderful clothes. It's a battle damage kind of look that he has in place. The neat thing about this holster is it's held, the strap that goes over it is held in by a magnet. You just have to find the sweet spot to get the magnet to fall into place. There it goes, in place now. So that is very cool. So he was okay without the head sculpt, just the helmet. But now he's a figure I'll hold on to because this has personalized it for me. And like I said, Sideshow was really desperately trying to get rid of its old stock inventory, and so had tons of sales going on. There are still some sales going on, but around the holiday time frame, they were throwing in a free figure. This was one of the free figures that I got. So I got one for you guys for the giveaway thing, and I got one for me. But I knew I would want to get the head that I had seen on eBay, and I did. And now it's perfect from my perspective. And it's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than trying to get the deluxe version, which has the figure with just the helmet and the Tuscan black robe figure with this head. So now it's perfect. So we'll pause and get some tighter close-ups from her on up. We'll be right back. So we are back, and now I think you'll be able to see this magnet a bit better. So you can take that apart, and then this, boom, it has clicked in place. All right, so he's holding his helmet, and there we go. Let's put it that way. Go around. And of course, this is where you could put an orange flamed kind of rocket propelled item there. One on this side as well. Originally, that's what I had when I had him in the air, kind of hovering, aiming his weapon at something without the head sculpt that you see here. But I would definitely go this way in terms of posing this figure. You can't really see him without this head sculpt being used. So we'll pause now and get a really good tight close-up of the face, and you'll see this is a really good head sculpt. So let's go side to side, and you'll see all the details here. They're just awesome. The veins protruding from his head sculpt. It's just, to me, it's character. And yeah, I think you saw a tail kind of get in there for a split second. Gabriella is making her presence known. This is an awesome head sculpt, and that's why I was willing to wait for it and get it. Yeah, it makes a statement. I love this figure. I don't see giving this figure away ever, primarily because it now has a head sculpt. So there you go. She's been trying to get in the picture this whole time, so Now that I have her in the picture, she doesn't want to be in the picture, do you, little one? You're a good girl. No, bad girl, bad girl. All right, bye-bye. Anyway, she even got in and knocked him over once. So you're kind of, you're a mischievous little thing, aren't you? Okay. Anyway, so here's one last look at Boba Fett, the man of the hour. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.